Welcome to, oh no, I have to change the recipe, Einstein level. Congratulations on making it this far. A few reminders. First of all, remember that you don't have to watch every portion of this video. You can fast forward to the tip that you need for the problem you're stuck on. Also, remember to give the problem a try first before using the tips. And one thing I noticed about this level in particular is there's not a lot of workspace, so I grabbed a piece of scratch paper that I have with me just in case I need it. You might want to do the same. Let's get started with number 1. A recipe for 50 banana cookies uses 1.5 pounds of bananas. How many pounds of bananas would you need if you wanted to make 75 banana cookies? Okay, so I'm going from 55 cookies to 75 cookies. And I know that the 50 cookies need 1.5 pounds of bananas. So I'm definitely going to use my scratch paper here and write down the important information. 50 cookies need 1.5 pounds of bananas. 75 cookies need, not sure. Okay, so I have to look at what's happening when I go from 50 to 75. Well, what's happening is that I'm adding 25 more cookies. And I know that 25 is half of 50. So it's like I'm adding on a half batch of cookies. So I need to figure out what half of 1.5 is and then add it on. So if I use my fraction pieces, 1.5. Now, because I'm adding on a half batch, 25 cookies instead of 50, I need to figure out what is half of 1.5. So I cut both pieces in half. So I take half of this one, half of this one. If I combine those two pieces, what do I have? It's like moving this one down here. Some of you might know that when I combine a half with, this would be a fourth, I get, this would be equal to 3/4 of a pound. So that's how much I would need for 25 cookies. So if 50 cookies need 1.5 pounds and 25 cookies need 3/4 pounds, I could add these together to figure out how many pounds of bananas I need for 75 cookies. So see if you can add that 1.5 plus 3/4. All right, let's look at number 2. A box of shredded wheat will last 12 days for 3 people. How long will it last for 4 people? This is a tricky one. It doesn't really use fractions as much. So let me show you a strategy if you're stuck on number 2. Okay? What I like to do with a problem like number 2 is I like to think, how long will it last one person? So I know that this box is going to last 12 days for 3 people. So I like to draw a little picture here. Here's person 1. Here's person 2. Here's person 3. Okay? Now, I've got my 3 people. How long does it last each one? 12 days. I'm going to use circles to represent days. So person 1, it lasts 12 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How long does it last person 2? 12 days. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How long does it last person 3? 12 days. So now let's say I had just one person. It would last this one person all of these days because he or she wouldn't be sharing it. So one person, how many days do I have here? Well, I have 3 rows of 12. So 12 plus 12 plus 12 equals 36. So one person, the shredded wheat, would last 36 days. Now my question does not ask about one person. My question asks how long it would last 4 people. So I have to take my 36 days and divide them equally among 4 people, and I'll have my answer. All right. Now, there's a typo here. You maybe noticed this. 1, 2, 2, 4, 5. This should obviously be 3. If 20 people need 10 gallons of milk per week, how many people would 2.5 gallons of milk serve for a week? Okay, so kind of like the last problem, but I would say it's also combining in some fraction work. Okay, let me get my scratch paper here. I'm even going to grab another sheet. Let's see. Okay. Let me write down my important information. 20 people need 10 gallons. And our question is, how many people would 2.5 gallons serve? Oops. So I need to look here at the relationship between 10 and 2.5. So one way to do that is to think, how many 2.5s fit into 10? Well, 2.5 plus 2.5. 2 and 2 make 4. 1/2 and 1/2 make a whole. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 2.5 plus 2.5 equals 5. If I did another 2.5 plus 2.5, I'd get another 5. And if I add 5 plus 5, I have 10 gallons. So based on that, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 2.5s in 10. So if there are 4 2.5s in 10, that means that I could serve 1/4 as many people. So really what I need to answer is, what is 1/4 of 20? All right, let's pause it there.